It's Cory.
And Stephanie.
And welcome back to Epcot. We're here today for round number 2 of the 2019 Epcot International Food and Wine Festival, and it is a hot one today.
Very hot out here.
It has gotten like, I don't know, it's miserably hot out here right now, but we're gonna try and make the best of it, go around and try some items that we haven't tried yet in the festival, and bring you guys along with us.
But I said no.
So let's go get started.
Let's go.
So our first stop of the day brings us over here next to Test Track for a new booth that just opened up this month, and that is the Donut Box booth. And it's here that we got the strawberry dusted yeast donut holes, and these were $4.
So for our first thing for the day, it's going to be a hot snack on a hot day. But they do feel kind of, what's a good word? Nice and fried. So they are warm already. Let's see how they taste. Now, I'm a big fan of a strawberry flavor, and I like donuts, so let's see how these hold up. Now, the outer edge has a nice fried crispiness to it. The inside is actually still doughy and like squishy, which is nice considering they're yeast donuts, and they don't feel like they've been sitting there for a long time. They do taste fresh. The strawberry flavor on it is very nice. It's almost like a sugary coating on the outside, so you've got like the little bits of sugar that you can taste, but the powderness from the strawberry is really nice and fresh. It is probably not like the best choice on a really hot day, but overall the donuts have a very good flavor. And for $4 for the entire box of donuts, it's a good snack here, and the value is there for 4 of these big donuts. Certainly something you can share.
So our next stop is at another recently opened location. That's here at Cool Wash, and it's here that we're gonna try the Create Your Own Layered Slushie. And you can see they have all these different flavors to choose from for creating your slushie, or they have a menu of pre-created recipes that you can choose from. Let's go check it out.
So we just got in line here at the Cool Wash, and right when you get in line, they have somebody there handing out a card. So they have the Build Your Own, where you can basically choose any of the flavor additives you want, and then you get to choose your toppings as well. So they have all like the candy pebbles, the bobas, spice drops, popping candy, and I don't know what I'm going to choose, but I have a few minutes before I get to the front of the line, so I'm going to sit here and read this and figure out something yummy. So as you've seen, we had the option to add whatever flavors we want. You can do as little or as much as you want, and that includes the toppings. There's no add-on fees unless you want alcohol, of course, but we went with just one flavor of drink, which was the watermelon, because it sounded nice and refreshing, and it's Fanta, so it's got to be delicious. And for the toppings, we went with the popping candy as well as the boba pearls, and they look really, really good, and this is nice and cold, which is perfect on a hot day. I haven't had Pop Rocks since I was a kid, so it's really funny. They're popping in my mouth. The watermelon is really, really good. It's nice and sweet and refreshing. I'm really glad we got this. It's a perfect treat here today.
All right, so I'm excited to give this one a try too. It is, like we said, brutally hot out here today, and I've been wanting something cool, so this looks like it'll definitely do the trick. It looks like a pretty good portion too for, what is it, $6? $6, not bad for something like this here at the festival. And I'm actually not sure if this is only for the festival or if this is now like a full-time spot here. I'm thinking it may be here longer than the festival based on the setup, but let's give it a try and see how it is. Delicious. The watermelon is really good. I was hoping to have kind of like a melon frosty kind of flavor. If you remember back at Club Cool, the beloved melon frosty is gone, but this definitely gives you that flavor, this watermelon Fanta. It's delicious. The only thing is, I mean, it has boba and other stuff in it that you can't suck up with the straw because the straw is so small, and it's a paper straw. But let's use a spoon and get some of those boba pearls and also some of those Pop Rocks on top and see how it tastes. That's delicious. The Pop Rocks add that nice little pop, and I can feel them popping in my mouth. And then the boba pearls, these are like they're not like regular boba, not the tapioca. These are like the juice-filled little pearls, and they're delicious too. Overall, I'm very happy with this. Very refreshing and just nice to have here, and a nice use of the space, which previously really wasn't being utilized. So happy to see this here. Next, we've stopped off here at the Mexico booth, and it's here that we're gonna try this. It's the Taco de Porco, and this is shredded pork belly on a corn tortilla with salsa verde, all for $6.50. All right, so first thought is that this little taco is just that. It's very, very little. It's got pork belly on there. You can see that salsa verde. It smells good, but is it worth $6.50 for such a small little thing? Let's give it a try and see. All right, so the flavor of the pork belly is good. It's really good. Really, the salsa verde kind of overpowers the flavor of the pork belly. It's not so much a compliment as it is. It just kind of overpowers a little bit, but it's still good. Overall, the tortillas cooked perfectly. Everything tastes really good, but again, it's small, very small, about 3 bites. 3 bites for a $6 taco, $6.50 taco. A little pricey, definitely not one of the best valued items, but it is pretty darn delicious. So next we've stopped off here at the Islands of the Caribbean booth, and it's here that we're gonna try the jerk spice chicken with roasted plantain salad and mango chutney yogurt, and this was $5.50.
All right, so this is a pretty generous portion for $5.50. It's got about 6 slices of chicken, and the mango chutney looks like there's a good amount of that there. Now let's see how the flavor is. I'll be very honest, I really, really, really like this one. I like the Caribbean flair that it has. The mango chutney is very, very good. The mangoes are very nice. They add a little bit of the sweetness to it, which is really nice. The chicken itself is cooked nicely. It's not dry, and it's seasoned very nicely also. Overall, this is a really good dish, and it's nice and got fresh flavors also.
All right, so let's try this jerk chicken. I agree with Stephanie, the portion size, it looks really good. So if the flavor's there, this is definitely one of the better values here. Let's give it a try. That is absolutely delicious. Wow. All the flavors, so many flavors. The chicken is great, really tender and moist, perfectly seasoned, nice jerk chicken, and it's coming right off the grill here behind us, which is amazing. And the plantains, a really, really great flavor. And then that salsa, that mango like salsa with the chutney, the creamy sauce that's on top, all of it together works so perfectly. There's some vinegar coming through on those onions and the tomatoes, like that salsa that's on there. All of it together makes for a perfect dish. And I will say right now, $5.50, one of the better values, if not one of the best values that I've seen so far here at the festival. This is a definite winner, and I would highly recommend trying it. Next, we've stopped over here at Coastal Eats, and it's here that we're gonna try the baked shrimp and scallop scampi dip, and this was $6. Okay, so let's give this a try. Put one of the shrimp on there, on top of this piece of bread. It came with 3 of these little pieces of bread, and you can see the shrimp in there, and then a couple of decent-sized scallops. Let's give the shrimp a try. So the shrimp are absolutely delicious. They're cooked nicely, they're not rubbery at all. They have a really good kind of creamy scampi flavor. You can taste that cheese in there, and then that kind of, the garlic is really strong. A little bit of hint of lemon, those breadcrumbs that are on top. Really, really good, and some fresh herbs. No complaints about the flavor there. It's delicious. I do wish that these little pieces of bread were maybe a little crispier. That would be nice, a nice little crunch on these. Kind of paired with that would be a nice contrast in textures. But overall, the flavor of this is absolutely delicious. Nice and fresh, and for $6, a pretty decent amount of seafood here at the festival. I mean, I'm comparing everything back to our $6.50 taco, which was so tiny, and things like this, really a much better value for your money. So our last stop of the day is going to be here at the Chocolate Studio, where we're going to try the Liquid Nitro Chocolate Almond Truffle with warm whiskey caramel for $5.25.
So this is one of the return dishes from the previous festival, but we loved it last year. I don't even think we've sampled it yet this year, so we're really excited for this one. Excited to see how it tastes. It isn't going to last long out here. It is hot. That chocolate is so smooth. It's almost like a mousse. It's very, very smooth. It's got a nice, rich, chocolatey flavor with it. And that whiskey caramel on top is extremely good and it goes perfect with the chocolate. This is definitely a winning dessert here.
All right, so that was trip number 2 here to the Epcot Food and Wine Festival this year, and had a great time. How about you?
It was great. We had a lot of good food. It's just extremely hot, and it's hard to eat a lot of great food when it's this hot out here.
Yeah.
But overall, we did try some really good things.
Very hot this time compared to last time for sure, and that's why we didn't get to try as many items as what we did on the first go around. It's just too hot. We gotta get to the air conditioning and get home. We live streamed all morning this morning too. So it's been a long day so far, but I hope you enjoyed coming along with us. What was your favorite thing that you tried today?
Ooh, Oh, you know, I'm gonna say the at the Caribbean stuff, the chicken with the mango chutney. That was actually a surprise item for me because we actually just happened to read that as we were walking by. But the flavors in that was so fresh, and I thought that was kind of a surprise one for me.
That was the jerk chicken, and I agree, it was delicious. The other thing that I thought was cool is the new cool slushy booth
that place is
over
awesome.
by Test Track.
Yeah,
it's so good, guys. If you love melon frosty, you can get a water. Yeah, if you, anything. But if you like the melon frosty, which I know a lot of people really loved it from Club Cool, the watermelon slushy tastes just like the melon frosty and is so delicious. And you can get like, you know, popping rocks and like candy pearls, all kinds of cool
stuff. Yeah, they said crunchy candy, which look like nerds. Like there are so many options, flavors. You know, like, there's just so much. I actually would like to try that again and just try a different flavor combination.
Very cool, and just so much, still so much more to try here. But that's gonna do it for us here today at Epcot. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe below for more like it. And we'll see you next time.
Thanks for watching.